bra strap is... I need a new bra.
Just take it off.
No, that's not the solution.
Your eyelashes look really nice.
Really?
Yeah, they look really good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
I
real.
know. Thank you. I know.
Okay.
I was doing a bit.
Oh. What was the bit gonna be? Like we compliment each other?
Yeah.
Oh, you look nice too.
Jeez.
Hello, distinguished guests, and thank you for joining us for the 5th episode.
Is it the 5th already?
It's the 5th. Can you believe it?
Yes.
I can't believe you're like, yeah, I
I
can.
actually can. Yeah.
I'm amazed with us. Not to brag about it, but like sometimes I
We're
do,
really flaky.
sometimes I start things and don't continue to do them. And it's usually not for me being like, I don't want to do that anymore. It's like I have every intention of doing
No,
it,
it's
and
never
it just
a
falls.
character flaw.
It's
just...
I find that nothing is.
Right.
I think you'll find nothing really is.
When
But
things
it
don't
slips-
happen, they just don't happen.
It slips through my fingers like the sands of time in Aladdin when the castle just poofs away and he's like, ah!
The sands of time?
Well, those were two different. Like, the first was like the sands of time, like that metaphor. And then also, remember in the beginning of Aladdin where the castle comes out of the sand and then it all goes back to... We'll rewatch it. Aladdin was actually the first movie that we ever watched together.
Oh, that's right. Technically,
technically.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. I know, you're right.
Can you guys tell that Nico is a little bit sick right now? What is that?
Yeah, I'm not feeling fantastic.
No.
I'm juggling a lot of little things.
You have like 8 or 9 little colds right now.
Yeah, I'm just not doing great right now. So keep on keeping on.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And we're done. No, but Nico's been like sick for a couple of days. It started to be like a little cold that we thought you were just going to get over real quick.
It's the last week and a half has been...
You've had days where you're like getting a little bit better, and then
it's been doing one
back
of those.
down.
It's been a fun game that I've been playing with my health, which I like, which is good.
You're a little stuffly.
A little bit.
sniffly. I'll get it.
No, I've got it with my
Stop playing with the pen.
my beautiful ambidextrous toes. No, they're elegant.
Why do you even have a pen?
I don't know. For note taking.
Yeah, put it behind your ear. Ooh, you look so official.
How bad does it look?
Make
it nice.
Okay.
You're gonna just take it and throw it.
Let
me. This is gonna flop out.
Well, why is it even here? That's the real
I don't
question.
know. I'm like a little kid who brought a toy who shouldn't have.
To the doctor's office?
No, it's like a fancy dinner, and then like
the kid's like, my Game Boy's here now.
It's not even a Game Boy. It's like one of those click clackers they got from the dentist,
and it's also one of the ducks that you pull around and the feet flap on the floor.
So what happens is they're at like this beautiful spaghetti dinner, and like
beautiful spaghetti
dinner,
and
like they're there with the boss and the boss's partner.
Oh god!
And that
they're like, okay, Timmy, you have to be good.
Their parents' promotion is on the line.
Yeah.
And then Rebecca's like...
The promotion was waiting on them introducing their child. Like,
right.
If we like your kid, then we're going to make you the vice president of...
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But
then he had a clacker.
Yeah.
He was just... Mm-hmm. I loved my clacker when I was little. You try to... Do you know the one with the 2 balls on the... And then you
flick, clacker. It's a clacker.
So fun.
Those are good. Did you ever ruin any big spaghetti dinners? And
not to my knowledge, but it's pending. I could still do it.
Well,
going forward,
it's cool. I'm glad. You know that like universal experience when you've got the clacker and then your parents have a big promotion on the line and then you ruin it for them. That's the worst.
You know what? If I did that, it would explain a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
You're like, oof, time to get rid of her.
Well, so speaking of tragic backstories, I thought for today's video...
yeah, I want to see this, actually.
No, okay,
This is a Hail Mary that you've tossed to yourself.
I thought for this video it would be interesting to talk about holidays, and the reason that I was thinking about that is I was thinking about that we have a lot of holidays coming up. Halloween is like basically a week and a half from now, and then we've got American Thanksgiving, which we also celebrate because. And then Christmas.
We got Hanukkah too.
And Hanukkah too. Yep. There's a lot of holidays this time of year, and your birthday. Good times. You're like, no, I'm forgetting about that. But lots of things are going on, and it just kind of reminded me of how much can change in such a short amount of time. Because I was thinking about how not last Christmas, which was our first one living together properly, but the one before that, which was right before you moved to Canada, like we had to spend Christmas apart. And it was because you were going to be moving right after the New Year.
There were a lot of things going
on, but since you were moving right after the New Year and the other factors, we were just like, it doesn't make sense.
We couldn't be with each other on that day.
And financially, we couldn't do it.
No.
And
which sucked.
It did suck. I think that's why I was thinking about it. But weirdly, not in a depressing way. More of like, it made me happy now because I was like, it's not like that anymore. And so much has changed in such a short amount of time that it kind of... I find it almost weirdly reassuring that, like, if whatever I'm feeling sad about now, a year later, things could be so different in that exact situation.
The direction that my life has taken in the last, not just 2 years, maybe even the last year, but, like, specifically the last 2 years, is wild. And I was in probably the worst place I've ever been. Yeah. Like, just... story for another day, but like things were very bleak in my life, and like I was in one of those places where it's like, how are you actually, am I going to get out of this?
Right, like you don't actually see it changing or coming to an end.
No, absolutely. And it's one of those things where it's just because of a lot of different elements. And I know this is very vague and an odd thing to say, but like it's just to see that like everything, like I have a home, I have a family, I have stability in my life, I have health, like
it's important.
Yeah. And I mean, I didn't think I was gonna have all of those things, so, and that's why you gotta keep showing up, because you gotta keep showing up, because it changes, things change.
Like on holidays, so it kind of comes to a head. Like when things are really crappy, I think a lot of us are kind of, especially when you're in like a depressive place, you can kind of keep going with your life somewhat. Like maybe not successfully, but when holidays happen and you're already kind of upset with something,
you hyper-focus
on it. Like, even though I wasn't at all upset, we were like in a really good place and everything, I was upset to be alone. And so like that Christmas that we had just brought the cats here.
Yes.
So basically what happened was I couldn't leave here to go spend Christmas with a friend or family because they had just come. And you couldn't... I just basically pretended that Christmas didn't happen that year. It was really funny and ironic because I was like making all of this Christmas holiday content for my channel and pages and stuff, and I was like, I literally, for myself, pretended that Christmas didn't happen because I feel like you have two options when it comes to holidays. You either try to make it like you want it to be and like make your own big dinner and like make it a whole thing, which to me it always...
You can't do that.
You can't. It's just...
I think some people can.
Some people can, totally, but I can't because it just makes me feel like, well,
you have a vision of what you want it to be, and if it's not that...
Yeah.
Or
you can just pretend it didn't happen.
That was a weird year, though. Like, neither of us had Christmas, and many people don't have Christmas.
Of course.
But I basically didn't even have a house.
Yeah.
Like, I was very lucky to be staying. I had some wonderful friends who I was staying with at the time. And it was a weird time, but I actually... I remember, like, how I celebrated Christmas that year, because, quote unquote, and, like, this... We're not religious, and we're not, like... Christmas is a very privileged and excessive holiday.
I mean, just for us, that holiday is, like, we just really like doing cheesy movie stuff, like going ice skating and drinking hot cocoa and like that kind of thing. So that's kind of what that holiday is for us.
But for me, that holiday was I did that. I volunteered.
Oh yeah.
And that was like that was the nicest thing. Like, I wasn't going to be able to celebrate with family.
Yeah.
Or, like, I wasn't going to have a holiday, but I
And
got
we
to
were
make...
going to be apart.
I got to make sure other people did.
Yeah. I remember you came home that day from volunteering, and it was like, was it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
It was a week before Christmas.
It was a week before.
Yeah.
But you came home and called me, and you were like, I'm so glad I did that. Like, that was one of the highlights.
And that's honestly, like, that kind of goes back into holidays. Is if you ever have the holiday blues, which a lot of folks start getting around this time of year.
I think that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
I think that, like, people get the holiday blues around this time of year. No.
I was just going to say, if you have them, the best thing you can do, like, specifically, this is not an advice with, like, overall depression and stuff but if you have the holiday blues, do things for other people.
Yeah.
Do things for strangers. There are so many places where you can volunteer, where you can reach out and make a really positive impact in other people's lives. And I feel like...
Even if you don't have money to
No,
spend. Like, you
absolutely.
don't have to have money
I had nothing when I did this.
You literally had nothing.
Yeah, I think when you actually get to have that impact, that celebration of making other people happy and being a part of that and getting to be the person in their life that is,
doing
helping
something
them.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that really helps you kind of reconfigure yourself a little bit. Yeah.
How you're interacting with that holiday.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not like you can necessarily... I mean, maybe Halloween's kind of different, but I was just thinking about all of this because, like, Thanksgiving is coming up, which is a big deal in America, I understand. And, like, I think it's not quite as big a deal here.
No.
It's a bit of a different sort of...
Holidays are kind of what you make them.
Yeah,
and I
they
think
totally are.
Thanksgiving, especially in the States.
Yeah. There's a thing that's, like, you need to be doing a certain thing, and...
There's a lot of... It can be a really tough time on Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving, the whole emphasis is on family and togetherness and being thankful. And for a lot of people don't have a lot to be thankful for. And, or they don't have a lot of resources, and a lot of people don't have family, or a lot of people might have to be in a situation where they are forced to be around family.
That is a bad time for them.
That
it's
is
dangerous.
Either physically or emotionally dangerous, or just exhausting and sucks. Like, anywhere between that spectrum of, like, it can be really hard. And I think, honestly, for more people rather than less, there's always some kind of conflict when it comes to, like...
That's why there's the joke of, like, and you're going to be sitting across the table from them at Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving is all about quote-unquote family. And this is, I think, what we're going to kind of talk about is holidays are whatever you want them to be.
Yeah.
And family is whatever you want it to be. And maybe you're at a point in your life where maybe you're younger and you don't have that agency, where you can't really, like, if your parents are like, we're going to racist grandma's, and you're like, well, crap.
But I don't like racist grandma.
But I don't like racist
She's
grandma.
Racist.
Or, like, honestly, like, even in more of a direct thing is like, oh, grandma is a homophobe. Grandma is is transphobic, and directly
at me, the child.
Yes. Which is common and sucks.
Yeah.
And
you're like, Mom and Dad, why are we going there?
All I can say in that situation, this is horrible advice, but hey, when you get to drinking age, great, it's awesome. Be also, by that, well before that point, just don't go. Just don't. It's
hard though, because people are in situations where it's like
I know.
the very being able to live in that house relies on them. It's complicated.
Absolutely.
We know.
All I'm saying is I've been in your shoes.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
And that you're going to be in, this is what I was making light of it, but you're going to be in a place in your life where you won't have to spend that time with those people. And you will get to create your own family.
Yeah.
And I think that's something where, like, your Thanksgiving doesn't have to be that day. Your Thanksgiving can be the Friday before. It can be a Tuesday where you have lunch with friends.
Yeah.
And I think that's our biggest thing is holidays and traditions.
This has turned into a little lecture for them.
No, I guess so.
I like it.
I guess so. But, like, that's what we're going to talk about, right? Like, they're whatever you want them to be. Mm-hmm. So, like, and maybe that can help you deal with the fact that, like, I'm in this horrible scenario and this is supposed to be a happy holiday. And it's like, no, this isn't the real one.
Maybe this isn't,
This isn't my Thanksgiving. And that applies to Christmas. That applies to Halloween, birthdays, Memorial Day, Flag Day,
Groundhog
Arbor
Day.
Day.
What are the... Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, Rosh Hashanah.
My birthday, which we all celebrate.
Your birthday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
New Year's Day.
It's so weird. We don't celebrate New Year's at all. So it's
no,
weird.
we don't.
It's weird when it happens. I'm just like, why are people yelling? It's so late. I pull off my sleeping cap and I'm like, what are you kids yelling for?
We don't care at all. Of the two of us, we ignore.
Why do we do that with New Year's?
Because we're old.
New Year's is an interesting holiday that doesn't tick any of my boxes. Like, I gotta go out. I gotta be with the people in the world and like busy. I don't want to go to a party. I don't want to do any of this. Yeah. I was going to say I don't want to be up late, but like I will be up late, but
the cool thing about New Year's is when you wake up, it's New Year's.
Yeah, and you're like oh, there it is. And Nico, literally the clock hits midnight and she's like, time to do my taxes. And then she does them. It's great.
That's almost not an exaggeration.
I know that.
That's almost.
They think it's a funny joke.
No, that's pretty close. See, the thing is, the only thing that's inaccurate about that is I'm in bed at 10. Yeah. So when I wake up the next morning.
You're like, what a great day to do my taxes.
When I wake up the next morning at 6 a.m., as I do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not tightly wound at all.
No, it's cool. I'm really loosey. I'm a loosey-goosey kind of gal.
Would you like some more cold medication?
Mm-hmm. I was always like, I'm a loosey-goosey bitch.
Now listen.
Mm-hmm.
We have not had internet all day. They're doing some kind of repair in our building where they break the internet and Ralph breaks the internet and
in theaters November.
This has actually all been an ad from the very beginning.
Give us Disney, give us your money.
That would be cool.
Disney, give us your money. Pay it forward. Pay it forward. We'll take it. And you know what we'll do?
Eat it.
I guess, yeah, we could literally eat the money. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, our internet's been down, so the unfortunate thing about that is that...
That means Reba isn't here.
The question we are going to answer in today's video can't come in the form of a really cool printed out piece of paper.
From Reba.
From
but that
Reba.
has nothing to do with the internet, because Reba's is
sick.
here. Reba got sick from me.
Yeah.
When she's
Stop
here last...
smooching Reba.
Whoa. Never.
Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna read the question from our email box on my telephone.
Using that data, the good data.
Well, you know, for them, I'd spend any money,
any data,
especially
on Disney's dime.
Yeah. They're gonna think I am sponsored by Disney now.
We're not.
Can you imagine if this was a sponsored Disney video and we waited till about now in the video to even mention it, and then I was like, never mind. On to the next thing. Great. That'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I bet the brand would really like
They'd be like, this was worth the money.
Yeah. They'd really like it.
I'm going to read the question.
Yeah,
okay. No, put your arm back on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice. So the subject here is, I want to hear your advice for single folks. Hey, I'm Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh. How are you? I hear a lot from you guys on relationships, but I want to hear your advice for single folks. My question is...
No!
And then I throw the phone. My question is, how do you go about meeting new people for romantic type pursuits? It may seem obvious, but I'm not much of a club or bar person. Me neither. And new environments freak me out.
Me
too. Do you guys
too.
have any experience with that? Thanks for taking the time, Josh. Josh, thank you so much for your question.
It's actually a good question.
It's a very good question.
Yeah. And we are relationships experts.
Relationships experts. It's actually very interesting. We never had the intention of all of these questions being relationship related.
But people have
asked
on
that, and that's
probably
fine.
because wives is in the name.
Is it?
No.
Sounds fake.
Ask us weird ones.
Don't say that on the internet.
Get weird.
Don't
get weird with it.
Here's the email where you can send your questions.
Get weird with it.
Nope.
But
Don't
be
listen
respectful.
To her. Don't listen to her.
Be weird and respectful.
Weird and respectful.
Weird and respectful.
Subject line. Weird and respectful.
Yeah.
Let's answer Josh.
Okay. Josh has a really good question about
where to meet people.
Where to meet.
This is actually a very good question.
Specifically romance.
Romantics.
The Romaniacs. The Romanovs.
I love you. You're so sick right now. I think that, and I'm speaking because I'm also not a club or bar person. I don't like to really do that. I think that
I'm a bar person.
You're a bar person.
I was a club person.
You do well in a bar.
I was a club person 15 years ago.
Yeah. I never was. Like, I've always not been that person, and I, at times, have really strongly wished that I could be that person, but I've just accepted it now.
It's not great.
No, I mean...
It's not great.
I'm a little bit of a... Listen, anyway, the point is that I can relate to what Josh is saying a lot about, it's like, where would you meet people? I mean, online dating is really popular now, but that seems like the most obvious thing, and, like, I do have people in my life who met online dating. I have 2 friends who are getting married who met on Tinder of all places. Like, it happens.
We know a couple that met on Something Awful.
Yeah, we do.
Which is wild to me.
Like 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
Yeah. Like, stuff happens. But I will say, when I was single, when my ex and I had broken up, this was before I met her, I had
Hopefully no overlap. It's good. It's good.
Stop it. I had this kind of revelation where I was like, this is a really good time for me to just start doing stuff that I've always wanted to just do, and I've never either let myself do or whatever reason was holding me back. And then, weirdly, that's how I met you. Was because I was like, I want to just start traveling now because I haven't been many places at all. I'd only been in America once, and I was like, we're gonna go to New York, and then, like, literally on that trip,
and then you went to New York.
I went to New York,
and then you met me,
and I was like, hey, I'm walking here. But anyway, all this to say, you're gonna hate this, Josh. You're gonna absolutely hate this answer. That I think that the best way to meet people for romantic stuff is to actively pursue activities that you would find fulfilling even if you didn't meet somebody at. Because I feel like if you're going to a location or an event or a club or whatever, people always say, like, join a tennis club if you want to meet people. Maybe not tennis specifically, but, you know, a thing.
Tennis.
But it's like, if you're just going to meet people, you're going to start to feel weirdly resentful about that activity. But if you're going somewhere because you, like, if you're going to a Magic the Gathering group because you love Magic the Gathering, it's like, well, you're just going to have fun anyway, and when you're having fun and you're being your authentic, fun self and really doing something for yourself that you love, people are going to notice that.
And you'll make friends.
Yeah.
And making friends leads to, I've now met their friends' friends. Now I'm going out to dinner with a whole new group of people.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't want to hop in. I'm like,
I want you to. Take
sure?
it away.
Okay,
I talk too much. Do you ever do that thing where you're like, I said so much?
I talk way too much.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Talk more.
Okay.
It's lovely.
So, honestly, you gotta take Paul Rudd's advice, and you gotta do less.
Okay. Can you explain?
So do less in terms of actively seeking out a romantic partner.
Okay.
And do exactly what you said, is do things you like to do. Push yourself to be in activities and in places that are comfortable for you.
Or a little bit uncomfortable.
Or a little bit outside of, but something you're interested in.
Yeah.
Don't do something you don't want to do.
No.
But basically push yourself to be in those new circles, because new circles lead to one of two things.
Yeah.
Like I said, they lead to either new friends, new friendships, and those friendships get you involved in more spheres. That's really kind of all it is just...
That's how we met.
Honestly, and, like, I've never been in a romantic relationship where I've been... Yeah, never, not once. No, come here.
You can't kiss me, you're sick.
Get
your germs out of my ear. Get them out. I'm gonna get sick now.
All I'm trying to say is...
You've never been in a relationship?
When I was younger,
sure,
and I was trying to, like, when I was, like,
actively.
13 or 14.
And you're like,
I was like,
I can't wait.
I love relationships. Like, when I was looking...
I have a crush on every girl.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was Teen Girl Squad.
Yeah. That was for you, Lauren.
It's for you, Lauren. But long story short, yeah, like, when all of my relationships and all my friendships and every lasting good relationship in my life has plopped into my life without me seeking it out.
Oh.
And, like, it's those scenarios, like we talked about, is like, oh, I'm going to see a friend. and then their friends are there. And, you know, or like
That's how I make more friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's just make friends and do things that are fun together. And like, okay, I went to the Magic the Gathering tournament and I got paired up with someone who
I only named Magic the Gathering as an example because we've both played Magic the Gathering at some level.
A point in our lives.
I just want to make it clear that that's not me chirping Magic the Gathering.
I didn't think that at all.
But they.
Okay.
But they.
No, we're big fans of Wizards of the Coast's Magic the Gathering.
Well, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound like you are at all.
We are, I guess. We don't play it anymore. We want to.
Not actively.
Not actively.
We've really gone off.
Yeah, it's a good game. But yeah, so let's say you're at that and you're playing with someone. Let's say there's no one there that you're romantically interested in.
Sure.
Even a little bit. You're playing with someone, you hit it off. You've got a friend. You're going to get pizza. You're going to play Smash Brothers. And then when you go to the pizza parlor, Smash Brothers Emporium, all their other friends are there. And wow, there's a cutie and you fall in love. And then Mario weds you at the pizza Smash Brothers Emporium.
You heard it here first, Josh.
And that's how...
It's all very clear.
And that's
if you can just follow these
If you
steps.
listen to Paul Rudd's advice of do less, you'll get married by Mario in the pizza Smash Brothers
But I
Emporium.
also think it's do more that is outside of your sphere.
Do less thinking about romance.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And also, that's the most annoying thing. Like, when
it's
you're
the hardest
single
thing to do.
and people are like, don't look for it, it'll find you.
But it's
like,
true.
You're just like, shut up about that. Like, how does that help me? I'm actively trying to find a relationship. It's like, that's not helpful. But
it's absolutely true, and it also helps you better yourself as a person.
Yeah.
Like, and it helps you be more confident. It helps you make you more outgoing. Yeah, I don't know. Just definitely, it can be hard to be single. It can be really hard, and I think what you
especially during the holidays.
Yeah, what your goal should be though is have as much fun being single as you can. Do as many things as you can as a single person.
Like, you can go shopping and go only into the stores you want to go into.
You know what kind of rocks?
What?
Like going to the movies alone.
Yeah.
Also, like
going to dinner by yourself.
Going to dinner by yourself.
Oh, that's
rocks.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's such a stigma.
No, I love it.
It's really good, and
so
like
fun.
I love eating dinner with you. I love it more than anything.
I'd hope so at this point.
But like, if I'm on a business trip or I'm like out or something, that moment where you're just like,
by yourself.
Oh, I can eat by myself,
and I can go wherever I want and eat exactly what I want.
It's just kind of cool. Where it's like, I don't know. Have fun with it. Like, celebrate. No, seriously, celebrate it. And you're awesome. You're not single because of like, it's just, you know, that's how it is. I can't talk.
That's how it be.
That's how it be. Have fun. Go to lots of Magic tournaments.
Keep showing up.
Keep showing up to Magic the Gathering every Friday night.
Sponsored by Magic the Gathering.
Sponsored by Wizards of the Coast and Disney and Taco Bell. Why not?
We actually didn't come to a very good conclusion here, but I think that they get the gist.
Yeah,
I think that
there
they
doesn't
know.
have to be a little...
And I also think that they know that you're a little sick right now.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm good.
Falls over.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good, you guys.
If I keep saying I'm good.
Who is it tricking? You? Me? Okay. Sometimes I just get quiet and just watch to see what you'll do if I don't talk. Or if I don't, like, lead. I just want to see what you'll do. It's like when parents have, like, bring their toddler and then walk away. Just to see what their toddler will do if they'll look around. Or, like, those videos
I
where...
love that I'm just your toddler.
No, or those videos where people are walking their dog and they fall down and pretend that something happened just to see what their dog will do.
For the next hour, I'm going to talk to you about how I've been watching One Piece on the Crunchyroll streaming service, sponsored by Crunchyroll.
Good.
I have been enjoying the adventures of Luffy D. Monkey and his many diverse friends, including Booby Lady, Big Robot Boy, Reindeer, Nose Boy, Samurai,
Pirate
Skeleton.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Ready? Blow. You didn't blow. Makeup.
This is a cursed episode. I actually like the vibe we had.
The, like, slipping into the abyss vibe.
I like it. That's what YouTube wants.
Yeah, you would like
That's
it.
what
You're
YouTube...
slipping into the abyss.
It's good. I'm going to drag them all with me.